Hey guys, Tom here. Just wanted to make a quick video on the news of PlayStation's physical media decision. Before we begin, the footage you're seeing is from one of my all-time favorite games, Warhammer 40K Space Hulk Tactics. I own this game across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and even still have a sealed physical Xbox One copy. You're seeing me play through the intro mission where you command a squad of Blood Angel Space Marine Terminators to pave the way for incoming Sergeant Tahariel's squad. This game has amazing turn-based tactical gameplay and indeed some pretty cool cinematics to boot. Now, back to the original topic. PlayStation announced last Monday, the 1st of July 2026, that they'll be ending physical PlayStation Media discs starting in January 2028. Here's a direct quote from Sid Schumann, the senior director for Sony. As consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This transition has no impact on games that already released or will be releasing prior to January 2028 in disc format. This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether that's at retailers or PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support. Wow, what a bombshell they dropped. I've been collecting physical media for years, initially starting with some DVDs, Blu-rays, and music CDs, as well as some old handheld cartridges for the original Game Boy and GBA. Later on, I delved into the original Xbox games in 2008, and then to physical Xbox 360 games afterwards, probably around 2010. I remember vividly playing countless hours of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and Call of Duty World at War, as well as Battlefield 3 when that released. I was an initial adopter of the Xbox One, buying the VCR model at launch in 2013 and continuing to play many other great online shooters like Battlefield 4. I would much later on buy a PS3 and PS4 around 2021 and started to collect physical games for those systems as well. When I got the Xbox Series X, then I got the Xbox Series X 2 TB Galaxy Black Special Edition at launch around October 15th, 2024, and also started collecting a few physical Xbox Series games. I also bought the PS5 Slim Disc Edition around when it launched in November 10th, 2023, and collected a few physical PS5 games. I also bought the Nintendo Switch 2 around launch, June 5th, 2025, and have collected a few physical games for that system as well. While the bulk of my collection is retro games, I do enjoy having the newer consoles and a select few physical games for each. This news is so disheartening. I understand that most people play their games digitally and have been doing so in that beastly market since the early Steam days. Maybe I'm also part of the problem, as I as well have a large digital library along with my physical game collection. This news is a big slap in the face to consumers. The used or new physical game market makes up about 30, maybe 35% of all games bought. That's still a decent sized piece of the pie. Not only did PlayStation announce that they were killing off physical media for their consoles, at the same time, they quietly removed 550 movies from their servers that people had paid for and can no longer access without even a reimbursement. As well as this, they also announced that they would be shutting down the PS3 and PS Vita digital storefronts. All in all, 3 bombshells in one morning or afternoon. People are pissed. I don't really buy digital movies or games on the PS3 digital storefront, and I don't own a PS Vita, but I can understand the anger. I get that servers cost money, time, and skilled people to run, and the AI data center boom is mostly to blame for taking over everything. All the servers, as well as boosting the RAM and component crisis, but PlayStation literally offered no positive news or olive branch to the consumers while delivering this set of news. It is the end of an era. Even Xbox recently announced that their new Xbox, codenamed Project Helix, will be digital only. That leaves Nintendo as the last bastion of hope for physical collectors, and even that doesn't look great, especially with the game keycard situation. The Nintendo Switch 2 only has a 256 gigabyte internal drive, with around 6 gigabytes going towards the system's operating system, then some for DLSS models and backwards compatibility. You only get about 249 gigabytes of usable space. I bought a 256 gigabyte micro SD express card on sale at EB Games for around $50 Canadian, but that won't get me much further in terms of storage. Even Nintendo, along with every other gaming company, will be increasing the price of their hardware by $50 in the US and probably a good deal more in Canada. With all this news, I have a couple more things to say. While I do also buy into subscription services like Xbox Game Pass Ultimate since the price decrease and PlayStation Plus Premium, as well as occasionally buying into the Nintendo Switch online service, I don't know how long I'll continue to do so for these services. It may well be time to put a dent into the backlog, as impossible as that even seems. Remember when PlayStation released this clip and completely owned Xbox around 2013 to 2014 about how to share games? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
PlayStation.
It seems truer and truer every day that the saying, you'll own nothing and be happy, is becoming a reality. People are being priced out of everything, from groceries, electricity, and heating to now even gaming and computers and components are becoming unobtainium. We buy so much, and do we even enjoy what we have? Do we ever scratch the surface? I'll leave you today with one last message. Treasure what you have because, like PlayStation and Xbox are proving, it can be taken away at any time. Enjoy the time you have, delve into those backlogs, and spend time with your families and friends. This is Tom signing out. Have a good one.